Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're gonna start our long but very enjoyable journey into the Star Wars universe. And what better way to start off than with episode number one, The Phantom Menace. This is a movie, like a lot of the prequel trilogy. It it was under a lot of scrutiny with that's not necessarily the best movies. However, I still think these movies are very enjoyable. I think the Clone Wars era and the time that episodes one and three take that is the best Star Wars. I think it's better than the original trilogy. Not necessarily the movies themselves, but the story is it's really good. And Phantom Menace set it all up. And the Phantom Menace has personally my favorite Star Wars villains of Darth Maul.
Yeah, I agree with Griff on a lot of stuff. First of all, I really like this movie. Yes, there's a ton of shit that I hate from the movie, but we'll get to that in a second. But I really like this movie. I really love the prequels. And I'm not on this I like the prequels bandwagon now, and 10 years or 15 years back I trashed them. No. Anybody that knows me knows I love the prequels. One of my best friends, Aaron, he and I would like look everywhere online we could for images, trailers and stuff like this. I remember when the trailer for this came out, I lost my shit because I had no idea that they were making prequels. When I saw the trailer, I lost my mind. I agree with Griffin. Darth Maul is one of the greatest Star Wars villains ever, and also one of the coolest.
Oh yeah. I think what's really cool, just like a little thing about the movie when they were making it, is I don't remember the actor who they had to play Darth Maul, but he's not the one that ended up playing Darth Maul in the movies. The one who ended up playing Darth Maul in the movies was actually the guy training the actor to do all the lightsaber fights. And the director liked him so much, they put him into the movie as Darth Maul, and that's why he has no lines, which I just thought was very cool. And he had such a presence even without any lines. He did a great job. Liam Neeson in this movie was also just amazing. The cast for the prequels is huge.
This movie has a phenomenal fucking cast. It's
Oh yeah.
it's I mean, no matter how whether you like the movie or whether you hated it, you can't disagree that it has a phenomenal fucking cast. I mean, it's all over the place. It's got Liam Neeson, it's got Ian McDiarmid, Ewan McGregor, and Natalie Portman. You can say whatever you want about the movie, but Natalie Portman is acting. It's on par. Everything she's ever done, she's poured her heart into it.
Yeah. And this is the start of the end of the Jedi Order, and I don't know what you think about this, Edward, but Qui-Gon Jinn was the last true Jedi.
He's the only one that ever knew what the hell he was talking about to me. Like I never understood like when the Jedi Council talks and when they give their orders and their motives for shit, I never understood what the hell they were talking about. Qui-Gon's the only one that's ever made any sense to me, and I'm convinced had Qui-Gon trained Anakin, none of that shit would have happened.
Yeah, it would have been a massively different story. The prequels are just very unique, especially with all know the story of what happened to Anakin, and just thinking, what if this happened or what if this happened? It's so interesting to think about because, like you said, this could have gone such a different way if just one of dozens of different of things happened just a little differently.
Yeah, we really need a Star Wars what if.
Star Wars, what if like an animated series or even live action? That would be very intriguing.
Dude, I would watch the hell out of that. It saddens me that when these movies were coming out, they got such crap. They got torn apart by critics. A lot of fans turned and they were like, this is garbage and stuff like that. And it's funny to see the turnaround now with, 15, 20 years later. Now they're being praised. But these movies, you could say what you want about these movies. They're 10 times better than the sequel trilogy.
100%. And I think a lot of what it is actually is my generation, because my generation didn't grow up watching the originals coming out in theaters. I think a lot of people that dislike the prequels are the ones that saw the originals.
Yeah, I agree with you. I did see the originals first as well, but like Griffin, I never got to see them in movie theaters. I mean, Return of the Jedi. I was born in '82. Return of the Jedi came out in '83, so I was a year old. But these movies, the prequel movies, I did go see these movies at the movie theater. I went with my friends, so we had the best of times. Oh,
Yeah.
I saw all three of them at the movie theater. So for me, this was my Star Wars theatrical experience, and I just was like in awe of like, oh, that's Luke's dad. That's Luke. That's Luke and Leia's mom. I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, okay, that's the Jedi Order, like in their prime. I'm like, oh, that's so badass. And yes, there's a ton of stuff that I didn't like, but I never like. Let's be honest, I hated Jar Jar Binks, but I never wanted the actor who played Jar Jar Binks to go kill himself
Oh yeah,
or anything
no.
like that. That was just crazy.
Yeah. And even if you don't like the Star Wars movie, it's still like Star Wars itself, even its bad movies, there's still if you go in wanting to enjoy them, you're more than likely to end up enjoying them because you got space fights, got lightsabers, you got blaster shootouts. What's not to like?
Yeah, I mean, is there things from this movie that I would remove? Absolutely. I would shave off 20 minutes off the Tatooine thing. The whole pod racing scene for me, I get it. George is a big race car guy and he did it because it makes him happy. I would have taken that out. The whole Gungan Jar Jar Binks stuff, I would have, with respect to the actor, I would have removed that because that's a bit goofy. If you take that out, it's a solid movie.
Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you think about the Phantom Menace.
Take care, guys.